Hey, what is up everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to another video of 7 Deadly Sins Origins. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going over the 100-day anniversary special live stream, and this was actually going to be a recap. As many of you guys noticed, I was not up to like record anything like that. I woke up, my voice sounds terrible, and my nose is stinking stuffy. So I'm already cooked, but we're going to try our hardest to at least get this video on out for you guys. And I might try to do a Persona video as well. I don't know, because like I do have a little bit of a headache as well. But once again, thank you guys for all the support. Y'all did amazing on my video yesterday. I was not expecting that to actually do good, to be honest. So I do appreciate all the backup that I got from the video yesterday as well. So I got to get out something for you guys today. So, well, we have a list of notes. I ended up going through the stream and went through most of the important stuff. A lot of my what's called Discord members also helped me out because they ended up getting screenshots for me of the character herself as well. So we're gonna go through that stuff too and see what she's doing about here. But the 100-day live stream, it seems like we got our first trailer around the 25 mark here. I think this one was just mainly just to show off, hey, how cool it really is, show you a little bit of like an animation. And I won't lie, it does look pretty nice. It looks pretty damn cool. Obviously, there's music with it, but I'm not putting it on just in case, you know, copywriting anyways here. But it was a little cute. It was a little fun. You got to see everyone's swimsuit outfits and everything, which was a cool deal here. Inside of this little area, it seems like we're gonna have different bosses. It's totally different from the normal map, so nothing connects to it. And it is going to have tons of different goodies and different, like, I think, quests and stuff there. So we are going to have some things to do there. From what I know, there is a racing mini game here as well. So pretty cool, pretty awesome to see some things that are going to be a little different. And then they show us some small trailer stuff of Elizabeth as well, which was also pretty darn cool. As you notice, she has the book, she has a staff, and then I think this one's the wand, or either I just said it the wrong way, wand and staff. And it looks pretty cool. Everything looks pretty darn awesome. I will say that. They did a lot of fun stuff with her kit, which looks awesome. And from what I've heard, apparently her healing field is pretty darn huge. We just got to see a little bit of a glimpse of it just then. So, I mean, like, it's pretty awesome. But as you see, she has a grimoire, healing type support for light characters. She has, of course, the staff. This one is mainly meant for wind, who I think this is like a buffer for winds, if I remember correctly on the symbol. And then we have a burster for earth, which honestly, earth did need a dedicated burster. So, I mean, like, besides Deanne, that way so Deanne can be a DPS or something, we finally have a dedicated burster, which is always great. So going ahead and looking at the first one, which is going to be the grimoire. I need to make this bigger for you all. Oh, Jesus. That's the first thing I didn't think about here. What else? Okay, I'll just read it to you guys. I'll read it to you guys. Try and just do it that way, I guess. So I can't think at the moment. The grimoire itself, skill effects, reduces enemies' attack and defense while protecting allies with powerful AoE heals. Her ultimate grants you immunity to reactions for the entire team, making her an outstanding support hero. So pretty much she has a just assortment of things as a supporter here. She's going to be really good for most likely any team, seeing she is a holy character. And so she's able to give you amazing heals. She's able to make sure the enemy's attack and defense is going to be reduced. That's great. And then she's also able to grant you immunity, which is going to be cool as well. This is the one that has the signature weapon. It's called Shadow of Ruptured Grimoire. This one does high damage when using a tag skill to deal holy damage, meaning she's going to be the one that we want to tag in and out from, especially if we are using Merlin. If we go ahead and use this weapon, it makes debuffs for high damage on enemies as well, meaning we should be seeing a lot better hits as well. The recovery is also depending on defense and buffs. So I'm unsure if we're going to be building this character with defense. If we are, it will be very good as well to actually see what happens. And as long as she has a ton of buffs on her, which she always will, you will obviously get damage out of that. She has the engraved equipment called Star of the Tavern. All element residents decrease, or resistance, sorry, not residents. Gosh, that tells you I'm cooked right now. Element resistance decreases if an ally hero attacks an enemy affected by splashing around, which is one of her skills. Each time the hero gains HOT, all allied heroes crit damage is increased, meaning no matter what, as long as they're gaining that set effect here, she is going to help out your entire team crit damage, which is insane to see. Now, I'm trying to see who she would practically replace. It's probably going to either be Manny on dual swords, depending if she offers tag points a decent bit as well. If she doesn't, then I could probably take her out or take out Daisy for her. But honestly, I'm tempted to just try and use Daisy and her together and see what happens. So, we'll see, because that's the recommended team down there that they decided to go with, which is somewhat what I was expecting. But we have to see. I hope she gives up tag points pretty darn well, which is pretty darn cool as well. Now, inside my notes, I jotted down here where we see her actually using this around 33:58, which should be right about here. So they show off exactly how she works here. Originally, I'm gonna go ahead and just times 2 this as well, because like why not? Why not here, or 1.5 it? But what's it called? We have at least her basic attacks and stuff here. Pretty cool. We have the E skill being this one right here. This one apparently increases all allied heroes' defense, which is pretty darn cool. We have the Q. This one decreases allied enemies' attack and defense for a certain duration, which is always a dope thing as well. And this, it seems like the ultimate here, where you're able to, of course, pop the ult, and that is a heal. Now, you're able to also just swap in and out. She can stay on the field. So as long as you have her on in there, you are able to swap out, get heals here, and be pretty much awesome. Now, obviously, this is a P10 Elizabeth, so I'm pretty sure that field is not going to look that huge. But we'll have to see how big the field is when she's just doing her basic stuff here as well. And I'm pretty sure we'll have some cool things as well to honestly see. But you just tag skill on in, and obviously you get more DPS damage. You're able to, of course, do some crazy stuff, which was pretty cool to at least see that as well. Now, they already swapped to the second LE, in which, since this is up close and you guys can see it a little bit better here, I'm just going to do it here. This one is the staff version. Now, the staff version here, its whole deal, decreasing win elements defense, win element defense, and increasing allies' normal attacks. So obviously, this seems more for, of course, Claude, though. I think also for Elaine it could work, because I'm pretty positive her normal attacks are the big deal. Someone correct me if I'm wrong on that, because I know I have not used Elaine in a while. I think her normal attacks are pretty darn good. So that should be something you can always use. She increases team's pierce and strengthens normal attacks and crit damage for a normal attack, which is always great. Pretty much a must-have for anyone who uses basic attacks. Pretty cool. Engraved mini equipment here increases the crit damage of win attacks themselves. And then switching to a win element hero using the tag skill increases the crit chance and buff duration efficiency, which is always dope. So pretty cool thing to see there. At 39:48, I believe. Yeah, okay, 39:48 around this time period. This is where they started talking about her. Once again, I apologize, you guys, about my voice. But they start talking about her, seeing that how everything does work here. And I kind of want them to just get in there, just get some hits in. Got basic attacks, nothing too crazy here. And whatever they're in, it says it inflicts damage on enemies in range, weathering, decreases wind defense. So pretty cool. Ultimate move itself causes rupture on each hit and does a damage over time effect. Okay, that's cool. And I want to see exactly how this works. Now, I did skip that little field thing. I want to see exactly what that does too, because it says it increases normal attack crit damage. So that's pretty interesting as well, while decreasing magic consumption of allied wind heroes. So okay, you can get your ults probably a little bit easier seeing that your magic consumption is going to be a lot lower from consuming. So that's going to be pretty darn cool to see how that does work out too. So always awesome to see that. If we go ahead and skip ahead here, they started talking about the wand. This one, activating an Earth Burst, increases Earth heroes' crit chance and pierce, and increases the allies' Earth damage through their attacks. We get the Adventure skill. While out of combat, you can heal your team. If the team's HP drops below 10% during combat, it does an emergency recovery to 30% of the team's HP, which is also really good. And as I expected, Deanne is the main DPS, or either Daisy's going to be the main DPS, which is pretty cool because I have not built Daisy DPS primarily because there has not been a need to. Earth has kind of been just gone. So this finally gives me a reason to build Earth DPS Daisy and actually go get her engravement, because I just have not even decided to get the engrave either. So that's always a good thing. We finally have something to build here, which is going to be great. I do think instead of using Deanne, if you wanted to run just a 1 DPS, you could just use Daisy and probably slap in Earth Tiore, because Earth Tiore is pretty darn good too. So, but that honestly depends on how you want to set up your team comp itself. So we'll see how that goes as well. We have the gameplay of this going in here. She's in her little tavern outfit, and I do believe this is the one that fights with Hawk. So we have this one here. This is the wand one, obviously, but it has Hawk. Hawk is over here just getting some smacks in, getting everything here. And this is the one that increases the chance, crit chance and pierce for a set duration while resetting normal skill cooldowns. So that's always cool. We didn't have the Q. This one increases Earth burst efficiency. This one here did something else, but I kind of blame that on myself for 2xing this a little bit. But as I say here, Earth burst, that's what that does here. By getting the Earth burst, we get all that stuff here. We didn't have the first skill, increases Earth burst efficiency while also crit damage for a set period of time. And then the next one being the E skill, this inflicts damage while additionally increasing the burst efficiency. And of course, as long as they're getting the Earth burst, it increases the Earth damage buff as well. So that's always cool. Always awesome. Nothing too crazy. We have the ult here. Obviously, we got a Hawk who's going to be going around, racing around, dealing damage. Apparently, just does a decent bit of damage in general. Nothing too crazy unless it says otherwise. But I do believe it's just a decent bit of damage. So, always cool to see that, I guess. Always cool to see that. So, we got to see all of those here. Later on in, we do see a few other things here. So, I'm going to split through that. But I first want to check out the map before we go into the small nitty-gritty stuff. But the map, you go ahead and teleport here. This is a whole different area, which I believe they do press M to show. Whole different area, different like questline stuff. You're able to race here. There's a boss event here. Plenty of stuff that you're probably going to end up doing over time. And it's a nice looking area. It's a nice little area that you just go through, have some fun wandering around. And there is stuff to collect here as well. So, I mean, like, if you haven't done that, you might want to get that done as well, because it's pretty good for all you guys to get all these goodies when it does come out. So pretty darn cool. I do like how they have a lot of mining stuff here. There's gold, plat everywhere, which is absolutely fantastic, because a lot of people did need a lot of gold and plat, especially if they just weren't lucky to get those, or at least if they didn't get enough of them. There's a ton here as well. So you can get lots of rare materials and stuff in this area, just like these flowers of pure love here. But that's everything pretty much regarding the map that I'm going to show right now. There's plenty of other stuff, but they kind of took their time with talking through that. The other things I wanted to talk about were obviously some of the images. The skins themselves, the only free skin is Manny's. As for the one that you're pulling on the skin banner for Elizabeth, is going to be the Tavern Outfit skin. Clotho and Merlin will also have their own skins from a banner as well. But it seems like the Vision of Azure Waves banner, they're both in there, so they're not their own separate one. I don't know how expensive it is going to get both of them, of course, but they are in the same banner. It doesn't seem like they're in a different banner, which is always good. Then we have the actual update rewards. We're able to get 2 SSR heroes for free, being King and Deanne. This is actually a funny thing about this is someone broke it down and it's actually a reference, which is pretty darn cool as well. But up to 100 pools and 6,890 star fragments, obviously from special day check-ins, hero trial, magic pop, which is another event that I don't even think they talked about much here. But magic pop is a little event that we're going to have. I think it's the PvP one that we saw a while ago, but it's just a fun little event. Midsummer Daydream, we're having the unboxing cube unboxing here, and then the Scurry Squad expedition is also going to get you some stuff. We have a new armor set, Time Junction, and leaderboard season coming up. New armor set is specifically meant for supports that obviously does damage with attack skill. The Time Space Junction here for 7, weak to fire and dark. That one's going to get absolutely obliterated. And the 8th one is for earth and light. Pretty cool to see how that's going to go. Leaderboard content, Gallon of Truth, Time Space Junction 7 and 8. And apparently you get something cool for this. I don't know exactly what it is. But it can reward you some special little some special mounts, it seems like here. So I will be trying to get a high score on this. Gallon of Truth, I already know I'm not getting that. But I could try and at least get something good on Time Space Junction or on this one here. It just kind of depends on what happens. So that would be dope to see. Then we have the pledge system for the new raid here. By making team formations, ally debuffs, elite monster buffs, boss buffs here, you're able to get a certain amount of additional rewards. The quality of the gear can now go up to 160 if you are doing the pledge buffs, so it is going to make a lot of things harder. Hell difficulty also will be added. You get star fragments regardless of the difficulty itself here. So if you want your 500 every week, obviously do the hell one, it is lower difficulty, but do keep in mind obviously you won't get the better rewards, which is always going to be an issue there. We then have the big pet update. You're able to craft new potions. This will be helpful for a lot of you guys who need to get certain things. Pet expedition is going to help you out with gathering things, so make sure you have a lot of pets to send them out on expeditions. And then potions of charm improvements, no more wasted potions, which will also be great. Lastly, or second to last here, if you clear the second act, you get King for free. You clear the 11th act, you get Deanne for free. And if you are on Act 13, you are able to unlock the Escanor pickup. So let's say you missed out on Escanor, much like how Meliodas' banner is there when you first create your account. Escanor's banner will pop up once you clear Act 13, meaning you could go ahead and get this character. Now, on the off chance that you are starting new, don't worry. This banner will pop up. You just got to get to Act 13 and it will be there. And then lastly, one of the things I wanted to talk about was 4 new pets. 3 hidden ones here, which look pretty dope. And then a loyalty pet has been added. I do want to get one of these because it's meant for mining and gathering, but we'll have to see how that goes out anyways. But that's everything I really could talk about here. I'm sorry that y'all guys had to put up with this a little bit here. I'm just not feeling good, but we'll see what happens. Just hit the like button, leave a subscribe as per usual, and I'll talk to you guys later because I gotta get up, bro. This hurts. All right, peace.